A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
280. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, 22. Hey, box truck. Hey, easy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Cousins. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Gun. Buttons up the helmet. Here we go.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Lions' 15-yard line.
I'm coming for you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Completes it to the fullback, Ham. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 43.
Here's Johnson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, Detroit.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The first down carry here for Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Stafford now to throw. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Golladay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the play fake, Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
16 yards on the play.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, Danny Amendola. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Lions will take over.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tight down. There you go. Back, 59. He's coming. We got 22. Jumper.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to
through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Daniil Hunter getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Check 55, Mike. That's what I do.
We'll remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 83 yards. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
After the interception, here's Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, Johnson. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, no 20, Libra. I'm coming. Hey, easy. Right there, 54 Mike.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Gallup. It's caught inside the 25. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
55, Mike, 32.
Here's Stanford. He completes it to Jones. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down at the 26. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw, Cousins. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play there out of Cook. 48 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. That's complete to Sharp. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Sharp, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, you're leading! You're leading! Mark 55! Mark 55! Hey! Mark 55. Check 55. Mike. 29!
Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch the run, watch the run!
Throwing, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go, let's go!
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 44, Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw is Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Cousins now. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, let's go. It's time to crack. Hey, tank. 300. Slam.
Cousins again. Forced out to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Vikings, first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. On the carry, it's Cook. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. Cousins the thrower as his guys are able to regain the lead. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Let's go, Spike.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
36 yards. First down, Lions.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Target. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And Adola's got it, complete.
Yeah, baby, boom.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
55, Mike.
11.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Got a man. That's Allison. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford complete to Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. To throw is Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Cousins now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
44. All you get is
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with 7 seconds remaining. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Now a toss coming right side. It's Cook. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal, as it'll remain a 1-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it. And
we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Minnesota, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Feel like, yeah, all day like